Right, honestly, you wouldn't believe the odyssey I just endured. It's deeply unsettling, the sheer audacity of it all. It's the kind of thing that makes you question the very fabric of reality, doesn't it? Like, what is the point of striving for even a modicum of grace when places like the Eftalia Aqua Resort Hotel, Alanya, exist? You see, my family, we've always held travel to a certain standard. Not ostentatious, mind you, more curated. We don't just go on holiday, we attempt to experience a distillation of beauty, of genuine hospitality. It's a ridiculous aspiration, I am starting to suspect, but one I cling to nonetheless. Mama always said, darling, a journey should nourish the soul, not shred it to pieces. And oh, how shredded mine became. It began, as these things so often do, with a promise. A glistening brochure, photoshopped to oblivion, extolling the virtues of all-inclusive luxury. All-inclusive. The very phrase conjures images of effortless bliss, of sun-drenched days and bottomless cocktails. What a ghastly delusion. The illusion, you see, is key. They lure you in with the shimmering mirage, and then the extraction begins. The moment we arrived, after a positively barbaric overnight flight, one seriously questions the aviation industry's dedication to lumbar support. Truly, the pretense began to crumble. It was late, nearly midnight, and my younger brother, bless his perpetually exhausted soul, was already verging on a meltdown. We were told, with a startling lack of empathy, that our rooms weren't ready. Not unless, naturally, we were prepared to part with an additional €200. €200. As if our prepaid reservation was merely a suggestion, a hopeful whim. It felt like a shakedown, a clumsy, unsubtle attempt at extortion. Honestly, it's the principle. It's just so vulgar. We refused, naturally, but the damage was done. The initial seed of mistrust had been sown. We were relegated to a sort of holding pattern, a purgatory of uncomfortable lobby chairs and bewildered stares. When we finally did receive our rooms, at 2 in the afternoon the next day, the reality was, disheartening. The first room, a ground-floor abyss with a balcony door that wouldn't latch. A door, supposed to offer a modicum of security. Do you comprehend the psychological distress of knowing your belongings are vulnerable, accessible to any passing rogue? And the beds, single beds, 2 pathetic, solitary single beds pushed together, creating a chasm of loneliness in the middle of the night. Honestly, it simulates the isolation of the human condition. And then, the sofa bed. Oh, the sofa bed. A medieval torture device masquerading as furniture. It was broken, irrevocably so, rendering it utterly unusable. We complained, of course. What else does one do? And after much pleading, and a significant amount of dramatic sighing on my part, I do pride myself on my dramatic flair, we were moved to a room with a bathroom that appeared to have been last renovated during the Paleolithic era. Cracked tiles, mildew blossoming like a sinister garden, a faucet that emitted a mournful wail with every turn. And horror of horrors, a gaping void beneath the entrance door, a portal for dust bunnies, insects, and the insidious creep of existential dread. And the cleaning don't even begin to ask about the cleaning. It was spectral, like a phantom had briefly considered tidying up, then lost interest. Dust motes danced in the sunbeams like tiny, mocking spirits. It felt unclean. It implied a casual disregard for basic hygiene, a complete lack of respect for the paying guests. It's profoundly unsettling, to feel surrounded by grime. The ambience, darling, was truly something else. Like a poorly managed frat party, a constant cacophony of shouting, drunken revelry, and the distinct aroma of cheap cologne. Men, mostly English, bellowing at each other, their faces flushed with soot.
It was chaotic, oppressive, and profoundly lacking in refinement. Everywhere you looked, people were smoking, despite the clearly posted no smoking signs. It's the sheer disregard for rules, for common decency, that truly gets to me. It's so uncouth. Now the island, they had this little floating platform they called an island. Utterly misleading. Fleeting. The businesses surrounding the Eftalia Aqua Resort Hotel, Alanya, they're a particular breed. a landscape sculpted less by hospitality and more by opportunity. It's a place where the promise of a relaxing vacation feels, at times, like a subtle invitation to be parted with your hard-earned money. A place that leaves a quiet ache in the idealistic heart. I've examined the feedback, and it paints a rather disheartening picture. It's like peering into a funhouse mirror, reflecting a slightly distorted version of Turkish delight. Let's begin with what appears to be a central hub for local commerce, the Time Center. The prevailing sentiment here seems to be disappointment, bordering on outright hostility. It's not just about the shops themselves, but the interactions. It's as if a simmering undercurrent of resentment bubbles beneath the surface, aimed squarely at tourists. I've noticed a consistent theme: dismissiveness, even rudeness from shop staff. One reviewer recounted a frustrating experience at the Migros within Time Center, simply asking for Cheetos in English and being met with scornful muttering in Turkish. It's a small incident truly, but it speaks volumes. It's unsettling, the feeling of being an unwelcome guest in a place that ostensibly wants your business. Beyond the interpersonal friction, there's a clear concern about authenticity. Reports detailing counterfeit designer goods jeans with suspiciously failing seams, alarm tags still attached, hint at a deeper problem: a willingness to deceive. It seems a cautious approach is essential. Examining purchases with the meticulousness of a gemologist is practically a necessity. They tell you a story, these shops tell you a story, and the story they tell you is full of many uncertainties. The unease doesn't end with questionable merchandise. The Time Center itself seems tired. Multiple reviews mention a sense of chaos, a lack of upkeep. It's as if the area is struggling to cope with the influx of visitors, slowly succumbing to a state of weary neglect. One person suggested heading to Nova Mall in Manavgat instead, a recommendation that feels less like friendly advice and more like a quiet admission of defeat. It feels like a betrayal even to mention another mall, but the people have spoken. Then we have Sultan's Hammam. Now the idea of a traditional Turkish bath is alluring, a promise of cleansing, relaxation, and cultural immersion. But the reviews suggest a drastically different reality. It's described as transactional, a process. From dirty towels to being aggressively upsold extra services to having soap deliberately put in your eyes, the accounts are unsettling. It feels less like a spa and more like an assembly line, designed to extract as much money as possible with minimal regard for your well-being. The massages, repeatedly described as the worst, seem to be a particular point of contention, with reports of painful treatments and relentless pressure to purchase additional services. It's a deeply unsettling image: being vulnerable, trusting, and then feeling exploited. The feeling of being processed, of not being allowed to simply relax, is pervasive. It feels like they'll harm you just so they can make more money, so question everything and be safe moving on to dining. The picture doesn't improve much with Mezgrill restaurant Akakbashi. It seems an unfortunate pattern. Long wait times, often exceeding an hour, appear to be commonplace. And when the food finally arrives, it's often cold, tasteless, or simply overpriced. The portions are small, and the overall experience feels, as one reviewer put it, like a tourist trap. There's a feeling that the restaurant is relying on its location and reputation to attract customers, rather than on the quality of its food or service. The complaints about misleading pricing practices, hidden charges, inflated bills, are particularly egregious. It's not just about the money, it's about the principle, the feeling of being deliberately deceived. They almost mock people thinking they won't notice it. It makes my blood boil. And then there's Ruzgar Restaurant Cafe Bar, where the menu is strategically presented in euros, seemingly to exploit unsuspecting tourists. There are reports of exorbitant markups. One person recounts a shocking bill for just 3 milkshakes, followed by a protracted negotiation to bring it down to a more reasonable price, and a disturbing report of food poisoning, leaving a family distressed and unwell. It's a sad indictment, a place so focused on profit that it seemingly disregards the basic principles of hospitality and food safety. They don't speak your language, they will increase prices. It's all a ploy. Mango Restaurant also presents a mixed bag. While not universally negative, a consistent theme of high prices and underwhelming food emerges. The quality does not seem to justify the cost, or any of the
script content. Okay, so I look into scams near Eftalia Aqua Resort Hotel, Alanya, and wow. Like, why people do this, you know, tourists just want fun, but some businesses here not so fun. First hookah bars. Businesses near Eftalia Aqua Resort Hotel, Alanya sometimes not honest. 6 places got huge fines like 361,525 TL because they serve hookah without license. And indoors. Big no-no, tourists think, oh nice place, but police come, boom, fined. Probably tourists got kicked out, confused, maybe lost money. Owners, still running, probably just paying fine and doing it again tomorrow. So sad. Next, taxis. Oh, taxis here tricky. Near Yal taxi area, 17 drivers fined for fake permits, 122,628 TL total. Tourists get in, think it's legit, but nope. Overcharged, maybe taken wrong place. What happened next? Tourist pays too much, driver laughs, keeps doing it. Police catch some but not all. Always check taxi license, okay? Then fake police. Oh, this one bad. Not storefront, but storefront law offices do similar. In Alanya, old man lost 200,000 TL because scammers pretended to be police. Like how you trust anyone after that? Probably cried, told family, but money gone. Scammers, probably still out there, changing numbers, next victim already waiting. Real estate scams, oh no. Not for tourists buying, but still be careful. In Kestel, lady lost 1.5 million because fake papers sold her land. Like how? But even tourists renting short-term, some places take deposit and disappear. You pay, key doesn't work, owner never hear of you. Always check reviews, last one fake law firm messages, last day to pay fine with fake link.